Yung isa pang mainit na issue, may pag-asa ba charter change ngayong taon?
A charter amendment baka magkapag-asa. If you want to amend a particular section in the Constitution, we can do it like a regular bill. Pero calling for Constituent Assembly to what? To open the Constitution, charter change is next to impossible at this point. You know, it will take too much time. It will be messy. Ngayon, calling for a Constituent Assembly, there is a process. There are rules to follow. There are parliamentary procedures to follow. Do we vote separately or do we vote jointly? What do we talk about? We do not want to talk about anything else except perhaps the economic provision. So if it's only the economic provisions, there is a one-liner that we could use so that we can amend part of the Constitution and not open the entire Constitution. Because I've always espoused the fact that charter change, I am really not in favor of any charter change. Perhaps, baka sabihin ko pa nga, ang kailangan natin, CHA din, character change. Baka yun ang mas importante. So, the amendment could be, you know, something like in the economic provisions, like as may be provided for.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you're okay with that? You're okay with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Afterwards, Congress,
So
whether our
what process does that follow? Does that follow a regular passing of a bill into law? Ganun lang kasimple.
Can be followed, it can follow that procedure. And then, pwede rin pipirmahan ng presidente. But this time, it has to undergo a plebiscite. Once it amends the Constitution, it must undergo a plebiscite. Ito pwedeng gawin because the plebiscite can be programmed or scheduled in the elections of 2022.
Yes, sir. Well, sir, yan din po kasi sinasabi ni Congressman Garbin, sir, na that is the same process except na 3/4 vote separately ng Senate and Congress and then to be signed by the President. So effectively po, parang you're talking about the same thing altogether, the same process and the same objective and the same bill. Tama ho ba? Am I getting this right? Na you are talking about the same process, the same bill?
Yes, that's possible. Ang hindi ko lang masundan is why they are declaring themselves as a Constituent Assembly in a committee.
Yes, sir. Well, I think, yes, sir, that is a point of debate nga. Pero, sir, baka naman kasi that's already a matter of semantics that can be overlooked. In the end po, it's the process po. In the end po, it's the process. Kasi po, when we talk to Congressman Garbin, sabi niya, ipapasa nila sa committee, ipapasa nila sa plenaryo, tapos ibabato sa Senado. Tapos the Senate will do the same thing and then parang bill po, parang regular bill to be...
Correct. But you cannot call a committee a Constituent Assembly. You cannot declare yourself as a Constituent Assembly. Did they declare it today? In their first session? I did not hear anything. I don't think they did. So that's still not a Constituent Assembly. That is the point that we were
yes, sir.
Objecting to when we were informed that the House of Representatives now in a committee meeting declared that it's already a Constituent Assembly. That's not possible. A first-year law student knows that.
Yes, sir. Pero as a matter of purposes, sir, you are looking at the same objective to insert that one line unless otherwise provided for by law. And you are looking at the same process wherein both chambers of Congress voting separately will pass an amendment to be ratified by a plebiscite by the Filipino people. With a 3/4 vote, of course, by both chambers of Congress separately.
Former NEDA Secretary Pernia had said, and he spoke, and he explained it here. He said, I support all of these proposed changes. Basta ang isang condition niya is airtight. No, airtight na ito lang ang pag-uusapan. Ito lang. With the process that you're mentioning, are you confident that it's airtight? Because we don't know. May magagaling ang mga legislator dito. Hindi namin alam kung ano yung bigla na lang maisisingit sa third reading.
No, nothing.
At saka, sir, yung one-liner na yan, how can you guarantee that it will just be applied on economic provisions? Paano pag in-apply yan sa political provisions?
Nothing can be more airtight than that because it only says that you may provide a law on the issue of the economic provisions. Ang sinasabi na pwedeng mag-smuggle o kung whatever na mangyayari dyan, is if we open it. We declare ourselves into a Constituent Assembly, and then we just say na, no, we're going to tackle economic provision. Ay, yari ka na doon.
Okay.
Hindi pwede. Anytime, anybody can stand up and say, oh, we want to amend and propose the removal of the term limits. Oh, we will-
Yun na nga actually sinabi ni
Yung nangyayari yun,
Martin eh.
because of what they were proposing, it cannot happen. Because
Ah,
whatever, we can only pass that particular line. So nothing can be more airtight than that, a one-liner amendment to the Constitution.
Okay.
pero
pero sir,
sabi ni, ni,
The economic provision.
sabi ni Congressman Garvin, pwede daw pagbutuhan actually pwedeng mag-propose sa floor ng House and then pagbutuhan nila yung mga political provisions. Bigla nilang i-insert yan. Sabi
Pwede
niya,
mag-insert ng amendment sa plenary po.
yeah,
Which is basically what happens in Congress.
Sa plenary nila.
sa kanila.
Plenary nila.
Sila hanggang gusto nila, di naman lulusot sa amin.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, Sen, I mean, this is a theory being proposed. You're saying that this is certainly more plausible, but going back to the original question of Ami, it's more plausible, but do you have the time? I mean, given everything that Congress, I mean, realistically, kaya bang i-agenda na whichever route to charter change?
No, that's the only route that's possible.
Okay.
The other route or the other constituent assembly that has to be called and that we meet as a constituent assembly, whether we're voting separately or jointly or whatever, that'll take time. And that is open to any other amendments to the Constitution. Danger yun. Lalo na pag voting jointly. Outvoted kagad kami. Di ba? So, yun, that's not possible. So if you're looking for an airtight move to be able to amend the Constitution, that's the only way. Other than that, it's not. It won't work.
Pero sir, it still doesn't sound airtight kasi in the end nga po, it is easy for Congress to just insert the same line. For example, dun sa provision na congressmen are only allowed 3 terms unless provided for by law. Dagdag naman ganun.
That's another amendment. That's another amendment. We're talking of one line under the economic provisions. That's all. You cannot touch anything else. All right, then what happens? If we want to touch ngayon, let's say, issue on trade liberalization, we have to pass another law. We have to pass a law on that. If we want to remove the 100% on media, it has to be another law. It cannot be on that particular amendment to the Constitution. That's why I'm saying it's airtight. Kung yun lang. Hindi sila pwede magpasok ng ilalagay din nila yung line na yun to another provision in the Constitution. Forget it. It's not gonna pass. Waste of time.